So in continuing, I have picked up a flat. A flat brush has flat bristles, and oh, this is old. It's really worn off. Looks like a number 4, but because my paint is wet, there's some light streaks coming through my horse reflections in the water, and when the paint is wet, I can come in and get some streaks going across my horses that give me the surface tension of the water without actually having to paint the color in. It kind of is scraping off and going down to the color underneath. I think I have a tinier one that I can come in here. Actually might be a little easier, and it's a little stiffer, and it really is pulling the paint off, and that's what I want. I want to get this the way the water, the light is this. I actually put paint on over here because it's a brighter color, and I may just continue to do that. There's dappled light reflecting on some of these areas, and so coming in, also it breaks, you got to keep it totally horizontal. Like that one, I kind of caught it at a weird angle. Also gives you a little bit of right movement in here, kind of cool. So one thing we can't be afraid of is playing around and coming at things. That one has a little bit of a swoop to it. I did that wrong. Should be straight across. This one actually comes all the way across. Kind of cool, huh? Gives us some movement in the water, which we really needed. And there's light reflected up in there. And there's also a lot of reflected light, which is coming in dark. So time to change the brush, and let's get into this dappled light in the water. I'm mixing yellow ochre and white with my violet that's mixed with green. Kind of keeps it from getting too intense. So what I'm seeing is that light color is coming in from reflecting on the bank up here. So as I say, I play a color where I see it. Doesn't have to be exact. Gosh, you can make yourself crazy trying to be exact with everything. Right now, what I'm working on is dappled light. See if this brush is so stiff, I don't think I can get paint on with it. That's my scrape off. Let's try, this is another flat brush. I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit more of an edge to my dapples. Remember how I said we can use our wrist and to use all sides of our edges of our brush, be able to roll things around with our wrist. Takes a lot of brushes. There's some brighter spots of our blues where these lights are too. Like this coming over here brightens up the water. This also, that got dark, is brighter. It's looking at everything, just painting what you see, not what you assume or what you think. It gets more tedious. It takes me a lot longer now. The quick and easy parts are sketching it in and putting in the values, but this part, it gets into focus and honestly tedious. Can be. You have to be patient with it. Look what I did. Just drag it through the green. Honestly, sometimes I'm my worst enemy. Sometimes. Working on these pretty lights in the water still, just wanting to bring them up. Some of them aren't so bright. If we get too bright, it's a little bit distracting. But it really does give us wonderful surface tension on the water. Instead of just looking like a mirror image, it gives us the surface tension. My favorite part so far. My husband's going to be leaving in a minute, so I'll pause the video at that point until he gets his car going and out of the way. It'll be noisy. But for now, see what we can do. I'm going to come back into some of these violet grays. A little bit of dappled patterning over here on this bank. A lot more shadow back in here. A lot of twisting of the brush. working on these shadows. A lot of traffic out today. Strengthening these shadows. They're cast shadows. Helps our horses show up in here too. We get our shadows the right value. Value is dark to lights, right? Get the feeling of the shade under this cottonwood tree. There's a ridge right here, having a little bit of trouble articulating. And my clip is in the way right there. Just keep moving that clip up. I have that on there because of the wind. So now we can just take this and get our dappled light going. All right. I say all right a lot, sorry. A little bit of pooling over here, but I'm not sure I'm really going to do this or not. It's there, but I'm not sure that's... So we'll work on a little bit of fine-tuning and value changes, color changes, temperature changes. A little bit of dappled reflected light that's happening here. A little bit goes a long way, but you have to start looking for these little changes. There's a light that's coming in here. And it's playing a bit up on this area here, which is rock. But I don't want to lose the dark elements of the rock either. I'm going to change colors a bit. Temperature, we're going to go a little warmer into some of this earth area. I'm just grabbing the burnt sienna. I think I'll add a little bit of white to it where it gets into the light a little bit more. See, it brightens right up. Adds a little warmth to our landscape right here. Because there is just, whoopsie, too much white. The sun is playing peekaboo. In some of these. Lots of color. Look for the color. I see this color up in here. A little bit down in here. A little bit up in here. Just really looking to see. Adds a lot of dimension to just play with those temperature changes, which is what's happening in here. Temperature changes. I think I'm going to warm this up a bit. A little bit, just a touch over in here too. And gets a little bit bolder and brighter even on this tree over here. Just a little stronger. Don't want to overdo it, but I do want to add it. Warms up the tree. So, we may cut this video a little shorter than usual, and then come back to doing, this is all pretty much dark back, or light back in there, and I don't want to lose that. However, this color may work in some of the little bit warmer areas. Yeah, I can do this. There's that darn clip again. So I'm starting to build into my last lights, really. The lightest lights are the ones in this background. And I'm just kind of suggesting this warmer color through here. It gets pretty golden, and I'm going to keep it mostly golden. This is a ridge. I'm trying to get that indication of this ridge. Giving me a little bit of grief, not too bad. This dark, it goes back behind here. The shadow coming in around this little guy here helps us to see him. Okay, a little weird. Got that a little weird. So we'll clean it up. Always on the cleanup. Must be getting time to stop too, because making more errors at this point than I care to. I was working on this bank. I'm going to finish this bank. All right. So, I think for today, I'll wrap this up. And I think she's coming along. Hope it made sense. And we will continue at another time. Time to clean up. Once you start getting tired too, it's time to stop. Or if you're trying to rush it, catch it on the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and share. It's all good. Thank you.